weekly visits to an ancient ship. Then it spoke a shocking message. Yet for the crew of the human exploration ship Odyssey, it held a secret that could change everything. Commander Alina Reyes stared at the holographic display in front of her. A massive object hovered above the planet, motionless and silent. Its shape was unlike anything catalogued in human history. Sleek curves intertwined with jagged angles, as if both art and war had shaped it. Its surface glimmered with faint, alien inscriptions that pulsed softly in colors humans could barely perceive. "Is it alive?" whispered Lieutenant Chen, barely moving from his station. Alina didn't answer immediately. Instead, she studied the readings. Energy signatures were faint but present. Slight fluctuations in the ship's magnetic field hinted at activity deep within the vessel. Nothing human-made could behave like this, yet it had been here floating for centuries untouched. "We'll know more in the next week," she finally said. "Prepare for the first approach." The Odyssey moved carefully, its thrusters whispering against the vacuum. As they neared the derelict ship, a feeling of awe spread across the crew. Engineers and scientists held their breath. For weeks, humanity had dreamed of finding ancient alien technology, but now they were seeing it firsthand. Dr. Kieran Malik, the team's xenologist, spoke softly. "It's not just old. It's older than anything we know, older than the first interstellar civilizations we've studied. This ship, it might predate the great galactic collapse." The crew exchanged nervous glances. To encounter something older than any known civilization was a dream and a nightmare all at once. The first scans revealed anomalies. Energy readings spiked when crew members approached the ship's surface, but the ship itself remained still. Its hull seemed untouched by time, resistant to even the harsh solar winds. Alina gave the order to deploy the exploratory drones. The drones moved gracefully into the ship's outer hangar, sending back high-resolution images. Doors and hatches appeared randomly along the hull, some opening partially, others closed tight. Symbols glowing faintly lined every surface. None of them matched any known alien language. "It's like it's watching us," Chen said, adjusting the drone's sensors. Malik laughed softly but uneasily. "I wouldn't be surprised. This is far beyond anything we've ever encountered. If it's intelligent, it's hiding it very well." Weeks passed. The human crew made weekly visits to the ship. Each approach revealed something new: subtle shifts in the ship's structure, lights flickering in patterns, doors opening slightly as if inviting them inside. Alina kept a strict log. "It's responding to us," she noted in her journal. "Not in a way we understand, but it's alive in some sense." During their third visit, the Odyssey's AI detected faint vibrations along the hull. The ship seemed to pulse in sync with the crew's actions. When a human hand drew near a hatch, it would slowly slide open. When drones hovered over specific panels, symbols glowed brighter. Malik's excitement grew. "It's learning. The ship is adapting to us," Chen frowned. "Or it's testing us." Alina nodded. "Either way, we must be careful. Curiosity is good, but pride can get us killed." The crew began careful exploration inside the ship. Its corridors were vast, far larger than its exterior suggested, as if space itself had been folded inside. Walls shimmered faintly, creating a sense of depth and motion. No corners were sharp, yet every hallway felt intentionally designed. They found chambers filled with alien machines, dormant but intricate. Some emitted energy pulses strong enough to make instruments spin wildly. Others contained holographic projectors, though none displayed anything understandable. Malik, ever the optimist, tried to activate one. The hologram flickered, forming a complex pattern of light that resembled a map of stars, but not like any galaxy humans had charted. Lines of energy connected stars, planets, and unknown points in space. "Is it a star map?" Malik whispered. Alina studied it. "Maybe, but it's not just showing space. It's showing something else. Movement, connections, perhaps routes or warnings." During the fifth week, the first message arrived. It was faint, almost imperceptible, like a whisper through the air. The ship vibrated subtly, and Alina felt a strange sensation in her chest, as if the ship was communicating through something beyond words. Chen's console beeped. The AI had detected structured patterns in the ship's energy pulses. They weren't random. Malik leaned forward, eyes wide. It's a language, not one we know, but definitely language. They tried translating using AI, human linguistics, and pattern recognition, but the symbols resisted all attempts. It was not just a language. It was a form of thought alien to anything humanity had encountered. Weeks turned into months. Each visit added more mysteries. Holographic lights appeared briefly, forming shapes like humans, then dissolving. Symbols rearranged themselves on walls. Some corridors seemed to shift, as if the ship itself was rearranging for no apparent reason. Yet the humans persisted. Their curiosity, ingenuity, and courage drove them forward. They adapted, creating tools to interface with the ship, probing systems that no alien had touched in centuries. Each small success brought a thrill unmatched by any previous human discovery. Alina began noticing patterns in the ship's reactions. It seemed to reward careful observation, caution, and logic. Reckless actions triggered silent alarms, doors closing suddenly, lights dimming, energy surges. Malik marveled at this. It's like the ship is testing our minds. It expects us to think, to reason. It respects intelligence. Chen smirked. Or maybe it's just playing games with us. Still, we're smarter than it thought. The crew's perseverance grew. They discovered hidden panels that revealed fragments of alien history, images of a civilization rising and falling, strange weapons, and conflicts that spanned galaxies. They saw warnings of disasters they could barely comprehend. Alina realized something important. The ship was not just a relic. It was a keeper of knowledge, a survivor of a civilization that had disappeared. And now it was choosing to interact with humans, because only humans might understand what even its creators could not. One evening during a routine survey, the ship's lights pulsed violently. The walls seemed to hum. The crew froze as a low-frequency vibration spread through the corridors. The air felt alive, charged with an energy they could not see. Then it happened. A voice, mechanical yet clear, resonated through the ship. Not in any human language, but somehow Alina understood it. It was a warning, urgent yet calm. The last are coming. Prepare or perish. The crew exchanged terrified glances. The AI translators scrambled to interpret, but the syntax and structure were too alien. Yet the meaning was undeniable. The ship was warning them. Malik whispered, voice trembling. It knows something. Something that could destroy civilizations. Alina's mind raced. She thought of humanity's curiosity, its drive to explore and understand. Here they were, standing before a machine older than any human imagination, and yet it had reached out to them because humans could act where others had failed. Whatever comes next, Alina said firmly, we'll be ready. We learn, we adapt, we survive. That's what humans do. The crew spent the rest of the night preparing. They logged every observation, every energy fluctuation, every symbol that pulsed on the walls. They were ready to return weekly, to continue unraveling the mystery, and to prove themselves worthy of the ancient intelligence that had chosen to speak to them. As they left the ship for the night, Alina looked back. The alien vessel floated silently in the void, dark and unreadable, yet somehow alive. She felt a shiver of anticipation. The first step had been taken. The weekly visits had begun, and humanity, curious and unyielding, was about to learn secrets that would shake the galaxy. In the distance, faint glimmers of light danced along the ship's hull, as if it were watching them leave and waiting for their return. The stage was set. The mystery had begun. And humanity's story with the ancient ship was just starting. The crew of the Odyssey had returned to the ancient ship countless times, but nothing had prepared them for what awaited during the 6th week. The barren planet below glowed faintly under the distant sun, its surface calm and lifeless. Yet above it, the alien vessel seemed different. It pulsed with a quiet rhythm, like a heartbeat waiting to be heard. Commander Alina Reyes stood on the observation deck, staring at the massive ship. Its walls shimmered faintly, and strange lights danced along corridors they could not enter. The AI scanners had detected movement again, subtle but unmistakable. Something inside was awake. "Are we ready for this?" asked Lieutenant Chen, his eyes on the holographic display of the ship. Alina nodded. "We've been preparing for this. We go in carefully, observe everything, and respond only when necessary. The ship is testing us, and we need to show it what humans can do." Dr. Kieran Malik tapped furiously on his console, excitement clear in his voice. "It's not just testing, it's trying to communicate. The energy patterns are no longer random. They respond to us like questions." The Odyssey approached the ship slowly. The docking bay opened slightly, revealing corridors lined with symbols that glowed faintly. The air inside the alien vessel seemed to hum with energy, though there was no atmosphere to speak of. The crew suited up, ready for exploration. "Remember," Alina said as they entered, "we proceed cautiously. The ship has already shown it can sense our movements. Any mistake could trigger something we don't understand." The corridors inside were unlike anything they had seen before. Light seemed to bend and shimmer around them. Holographic projections appeared occasionally, showing glimpses of alien landscapes, star systems, and strange machinery. The ship was alive in its own way, and it was communicating through these visual fragments. Malik pointed at a projection. "Look at this. It's a sequence of stars and lines connecting them. Maybe a map or a warning." Chen frowned. "It's too complex. The lines shift every time we look at them. It's almost as if the map changes depending on what we do." Alina studied the patterns carefully. "Perhaps it's showing events, not just locations. Maybe disasters or conflicts. That would explain why previous civilizations couldn't survive. This ship could be a warning or a guide." Their exploration took them deeper into the vessel. Halls twisted and turned, folding space in ways humans could barely comprehend. Rooms opened and closed seemingly at random, but Malik noticed something intriguing. The ship seemed to reward observation and caution. Every careful approach, every calculated step, led to new discoveries. Reckless actions caused corridors to shift or doors to seal temporarily. "This is incredible," Malik whispered. "We're not just exploring, we're learning together. It's adapting to us." Chen smirked. "Or judging us. Either way, humans don't give up. That's why it keeps interacting." The first real communication attempt came during a quiet moment in the central chamber. The walls pulsed, and a low-frequency vibration spread through the floor. Holograms formed in the air, star systems, alien fleets, and strange, twisting symbols. The AI scanners detected structured energy pulses, a language of some sort. Malik tried translating again, using advanced pattern recognition and AI linguistics, but it remained mostly incomprehensible. Yet the ship's intention was clear. It wanted humans to understand, but only if they approached with intelligence, caution, and moral reasoning. Alina studied the symbols carefully. "It's not just giving us information, it's testing how we think, how we act. This ship, it respects intelligence, but it also evaluates character." The holographic projections suddenly shifted. Scenes of alien civilizations appeared, planets burning, fleets destroyed, worlds falling into chaos. Alien species that looked technologically advanced were helpless against unknown threats. The humans realized these were warnings, lessons from civilizations that had failed. Chen shook his head. "They didn't survive. But why show us this?" Malik's eyes lit up. "Because humans might be different. We don't just rely on technology. We adapt. We reason. We solve problems others can't. Weeks turned into months as the crew continued their weekly visits. The ship's interactions grew more complex. Holograms depicted simulated scenarios in which humans had to make critical decisions, choosing between saving one civilization or another, deciding how to allocate scarce resources, or navigating dangerous cosmic phenomena. Each simulation tested not just their intelligence but their empathy and judgment. Alina realized the importance of this. The ship isn't just giving knowledge, it's training us, preparing us for something bigger than we can imagine. Chen nodded. And we're learning faster than it expects. Every time we succeed, it adapts. Every time we hesitate, it challenges us further. It's alive in a way we've never seen before. Malik discovered another anomaly. A hidden chamber deep within the ship contained a massive holographic display. Stars, planets, and strange symbols shifted constantly. When humans approached, the display highlighted certain areas, as if drawing attention to critical points. Alina studied it carefully. These points, they could be coordinates or warnings. We need to map them. As the crew worked, the ship's behavior became more deliberate. Lights pulsed in response to their actions. Doors opened when they paused to observe, closed when they acted recklessly. Holographic figures appeared briefly, resembling humanoid forms, then vanished as quickly as they came. Malik's excitement grew. The ship is alive, not in the way we understand life, but it's aware, intelligent, and curious about us. We're the first species it has interacted with in centuries, maybe the first it has trusted enough to test. Chen smirked. Or we're lucky. Either way, it's impressive. The breakthrough came during the 10th week. The ship's vibrations intensified and the AI translators finally managed to interpret fragments of the pulses. Words appeared, alien yet strangely understandable. You are not the first, but you may be the last. The crew froze. The meaning was chilling. This ancient ship, older than any civilization, had survived something catastrophic, and now it was warning humanity. Alina's voice was steady, though her heart raced. Whatever is coming, we need to understand it. That's why it reached out to us. Humans can do what others could not. The ship seemed to respond, as if acknowledging her words. A holographic figure appeared, taller than any human, cloaked in flowing light. It gestured toward the star map, highlighting lines and points that no human technology had ever recorded. Malik whispered, awe in his voice. It's showing us everything. The paths, the threats, the survival routes, but also choices. It wants us to decide. Alina realized the magnitude of what they were witnessing. This is not just a ship, it's a teacher, a guide, and it chose us. Chen frowned. Other civilizations failed because they couldn't understand it. We're different, we think differently, we adapt. That's why it's interacting with humans, because humans can succeed where others failed. The weeks passed, each visit deepening the crew's understanding. They learned to navigate the ship's puzzles, decipher fragments of its warnings, and anticipate its tests. Aliens from distant systems began detecting the unusual energy signatures. Some monitored quietly, expecting humans to fail. Others approached cautiously, curious about the species capable of interacting with the ancient vessel. The humans did not falter. Each challenge strengthened them. They used logic, creativity, and empathy to solve problems no alien AI had ever solved. The ship began to trust them, revealing more complex data, hidden chambers, and star systems previously unknown. Then came the final simulation of Part 2. The ship created a scenario where humanity had to prevent a galactic catastrophe. The holographic display showed entire star systems destabilizing, alien fleets helpless, and civilizations on the brink of extinction. Alina and her team studied the simulation carefully. Every choice mattered. Every decision carried consequences. They worked together, combining logic, intuition, and courage. Slowly, the chaos resolved under human guidance. Systems stabilized, fleets avoided destruction, and civilizations survived. The ship pulsed brightly, almost in approval. For the first time, it spoke clearly, not in alien tones, but in a synthesized voice intelligible to humans. You are not the first, but you may be the last to survive what comes next. The crew froze. The meaning was terrifying and exhilarating. Humanity was being entrusted with knowledge, guidance, and responsibility that no species had ever received. Malik whispered, awestruck. It believes we can do it. That humans can survive what even advanced civilizations could not. Alina's eyes shone with determination. Then we must. We adapt, we learn, we survive. That is what humanity does. As they prepared to leave, the ship's lights shimmered one last time. A soft vibration spread through the hull, almost like a heartbeat, as if acknowledging the crew's courage. The weekly visits had transformed from mere exploration into a partnership. Humans were not just observers, they were participants, chosen to face what lay ahead. Alina looked at her crew, proud and resolute. This is only the beginning. We've been tested and we've passed, but the true challenge is coming, and we will face it together. The ship floated silently in the void as the Odyssey departed. Its secrets were far from fully revealed, but humanity had proven itself worthy of the knowledge it offered. The ancient vessel had begun to trust them, and in doing so, had set the stage for a story that would shake the galaxy. And somewhere in the stars, unseen and waiting, the threat hinted at by the ship was moving closer. Humanity's courage, ingenuity, and resilience would soon be tested like never before. The weekly visits were no longer a simple curiosity. They were preparation. And the galaxy would soon learn that humans were a species unlike any other, capable of facing the unimaginable and surviving where others had failed. The stars seemed calm as the Odyssey left orbit around the barren planet, yet Commander Alina Reyes felt a tension unlike any she had experienced before. The ancient ship, silent and massive behind them, had spoken clearly now. Humanity was not only chosen but warned. The message echoed in her mind, chilling and urgent. You may be the last to survive what comes next. Doctor. Kier and Malik leaned over the console, tracing the intricate holographic lines that the ship had revealed. It's a map of threats, star systems, anomalies, fleets, events that could wipe out civilizations. And it's pointing at us, Alina. We're next. Lieutenant Chen frowned. So what now? Do we alert the Council, other civilizations? Alina shook her head. Not yet. First, we need to understand. We've been learning from the ship for months. Now it's time to act. This isn't just about survival, it's about proving humanity's worth. The crew returned weekly to the ship, following its increasingly specific guidance. It was no longer passive. Holographic projections now displayed star systems in crisis, with strange anomalies spreading like ripples across space. The ship's energy pulses seemed urgent, commanding them to act before the galactic threat became unstoppable. Malik studied a sequence of points. These are coordinates. They're showing us where the danger will strike first and how we might prevent it. But the paths aren't simple. We have to predict, adapt, and respond instantly. No AI, no alien could do this alone. Only humans, because we think differently. Alina nodded. Then that's what we'll do. Everyone prepare for action. This is no longer exploration. This is survival for us and for anyone else who might depend on us. The first threat revealed itself 3 weeks later. At a distant star system, a rogue anomaly appeared, a collapsing neutron cluster emitting waves of energy capable of destroying nearby planets. Entire civilizations had been eradicated in its path. The ancient ship guided the Odyssey with precise instructions, but it was up to the humans to implement them. Deploy the stabilization drones, Alina ordered. Focus on energy redirection. Malik, monitor the anomaly's fluctuations. Chen, adjust trajectory to minimize risk to the nearest inhabited planet. The crew moved with precision. Every action required judgment, intuition, and courage. Unlike alien AIs, they could improvise, combining logic with creativity. Slowly, the anomaly's destructive energy began to stabilize. Malik exhaled. "It's working, we're doing it." But the ship's warning had been clear. This was only the beginning. In the following weeks, more threats appeared: rogue black holes, aggressive alien fleets, and strange cosmic storms that defied physics. Each time, the ancient ship provided guidance, but it was humans who executed the plan. Aliens from neighboring systems monitored the events, astonished. Some had expected humanity to fail spectacularly. Others, curious, began sending observers to watch. What they saw was unlike anything in their historical records. Humans coordinating flawlessly, improvising when instructions failed, and using empathy and moral reasoning to make decisions that no alien logic could predict. "This is unprecedented," said an alien observer watching through cloaked surveillance. "They adapt, they think, they care. No other species has ever done this." The humans faced their greatest challenge when the final anomaly appeared: a galactic storm of dark energy, moving faster than any ship, consuming everything in its path. Entire star clusters risked destruction. The ancient ship pulsed urgently, highlighting critical points and potential escape routes. Elena gathered her crew. "This is it. We've learned, we've adapted, and we've survived smaller threats. Now we face the ultimate test. Follow the ship's guidance, but trust your instincts. That is what makes us human: our creativity, courage, and will to survive." Malik and Chen nodded. "Let us show them what humans can do," Malik said, voice steady. The Odyssey moved into the storm, guided by the ancient ship's projections. Energy shields held, but the turbulence battered the vessel. Drones were deployed to stabilize sections of the storm, while humans coordinated complex maneuvers no AI could predict. The crew encountered moments of panic. Entire star systems flickered out on the projections. Alien fleets were caught in the storm's path. Yet Elena's leadership and the crew's ingenuity turned near disaster into opportunity. Malik discovered a weak point in the storm's structure, a small fluctuation that could be amplified to stabilize the entire phenomenon. "If we can focus the energy here," he said, "we can contain it, but it's risky. One mistake," Elena's eyes narrowed, "do it. Humanity doesn't shrink from challenges, we adapt, we overcome, that's what we do." Working together, the crew executed the plan. Energy redirection, precise maneuvers, and careful observation aligned perfectly. The storm began to calm, the dark energy dispersing harmlessly into space. Alien fleets that had been in danger were now safe. Entire star systems were spared. As the storm dissipated, the ancient ship pulsed once more. Its voice, now clear and calm, resonated throughout the vessel. "You have proven yourselves worthy. You understand what others could not. You are humanity. You adapt, you endure, and you survive." The crew exhaled in relief, pride, and awe. They had not only followed the ship's guidance but had exceeded its expectations. Humanity had succeeded where countless civilizations had failed. Chen looked at Elena. "We did it. We actually did it." Elena smiled. "We didn't just survive. We showed them, anyone watching, what humans are capable of. Creativity, courage, and intelligence are stronger than technology alone. That is what makes us unique." Malik examined the ship's final projection. It displayed the galaxy as it now was, stabilized, thriving, and safe. Star systems that would have been destroyed were intact. The ship's energy pulses indicated approval, almost as if it were smiling. "Think of what this means," Malik said. "Other species will see humanity differently now. We've changed the galaxy, not through force but through intelligence, cooperation, and resilience." Elena nodded. "And that is the true HFY moment. Humanity isn't the strongest because of weapons. We're the strongest because of our minds, our courage, and our ability to adapt." Weeks later, the crew returned to the ship one last time. It was silent now, its mission complete. Holographic projections showed nothing but stars, serene and undisturbed. The ship had entrusted them with knowledge, tested them, and found them worthy. Alina stood before the vessel, staring at the shimmering lights. "Thank you," she whispered, "for trusting us, for guiding us. We will not fail." Malik smiled. "We've learned more than we could have imagined, and humanity has proven itself to the galaxy." Chen added, "They'll remember us, and not just as humans, but as a species capable of understanding what even ancient civilizations could not." The Odyssey departed for home, the ancient ship floating silently in the void. Its glow faded slowly, leaving only the stars and the knowledge that humanity had faced the unimaginable and survived. The galaxy, once indifferent, now watched humanity with a mixture of awe, curiosity, and respect. Aliens who had doubted humans reconsidered their assumptions. Civilizations that had relied solely on technology and logic saw a species that combined intelligence, creativity, and moral reasoning in ways no AI could replicate. Alina looked at her crew. "This is just the beginning. Humanity has survived where others failed, and we've done it together. That is who we are." The Odyssey continued its journey home, carrying not just data and discoveries, but the story of a species that had faced the impossible and risen above it. The weekly visits to the ancient ship had begun as simple curiosity. They had ended as a testament to human ingenuity, courage, and resilience. A true HFY moment that would echo across the galaxy for generations to come. Somewhere in the void, the ship's systems powered down, content in the knowledge that humanity was ready. It had spoken, tested, and taught, and humans had proven themselves worthy. And as the stars stretched endlessly before them, Alina smiled, knowing that humanity had not only survived but had shown the galaxy that a species driven by curiosity, intelligence, and courage could achieve what others deemed impossible. The message was clear. The universe might be vast, dangerous, and ancient, but humans were ready, and they would face whatever came next with ingenuity, courage, and unwavering resolve. The galaxy had witnessed the rise of a species unlike any other. And for humanity, this was only the beginning.